Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another great arcade game video for you this evening. This is actually a pinball machine this evening. This is Bally's 1975 Kickoff. We bought this local a couple years ago. We've been having it sit around for a while, and we finally decided to fix it up. And we did. So we got it up and running, and everything's playing, and we figured, hey, let's film a little video for all of our friends on YouTube. That would be you. So we thought we'd show the cabinet a little bit, the art a little bit, how it's played. Now, like I said, this came out in 1975. This is Kickoff, so it's the soccer version or football version if you're not from America. There's an American football version too called Quarterback that came out at the same time, but it was a two-player. So on the back glass of Quarterback, it's got American football stuff, and it's only two-player. The playfield is almost identical. Instead of saying goal, it just says touchdown. It's got the same field, plays the same, rules are all the same, best I can tell. And instead of soccer balls, there's little footballs. So you can play this as football or football, however you prefer. So it's a fun little game, kind of different than you might expect. Got the guys kicking on the side. Back glass art's pretty cool. It was a little flaked when we got it. We touched it up a little bit, but it looks pretty good. Got the guy in the middle there. This was 1975, so this was late in there. They started with the Bally started with the EMs. I mean, solid state's about 77, I believe. So, like for instance, this is the Bally Lost World. This was one of their first solid states. You've got the FIFA World Cup there on the back glass, prominently displayed. You got these guys fighting for the soccer ball. And then you got these girls over here who seem very happy that this guy has the World Cup. She's so happy her eyes are closed. But pretty cool. Up to 4 players can play. You can do a 3-player or a 5-player. I mean 3-ball or 5-ball. So the playfield is dominated by this big open field in the middle of the board. So there's not too much to shoot. You've got a bunch of drop targets over here on the side. And you've got 3 pop bumpers right in the middle. And then you've got a really cool spinner there. And there's a couple little targets on the edges. But most of it's open because of this. You've also got 4 sets of 4 flippers. So it has these, thank God for these little things, because sometimes when the ball's going down here, it'll hit that. And if you lift your flipper, it'll bounce off of that right back up into play. So you got to be cognizant of that if you're going to try it out. This side does the same thing. And also these things here bounce really good. So if the ball hits that, it might bounce all the way back up to here. You can see it doesn't have kickers like a lot of games do. But cool little machine. So we will try to see if those people outside are coming in. Are they coming in, Joe? Oh. So we'll read over the instructions, because as you know, reading the instructions makes all the games better. Insert coin, await for machine to reset before inserting coin for next player. All targets down. If you get all targets down, talking about the drop targets. Score 1 goal when target goal light is lit. So that's this one. Goal. So if that light's lit, you get 1 goal. Or 1 replay when special light is lit. So if that light's lit instead, if you knock all of them down, you get a 1 replay. Now see, it says 505 soccer balls. So if you hit it, if you knock down a drop target, you get 500 points, and you get 5 soccer balls. So right here, you have all these soccer balls. And as you go across, if you go all the way across, once you get past that, you get 10 yards. You usually start on the 20, so you go to like 30. And each time you do that, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you hit the spinner, it does the same thing. You get 500 points, and 5 soccer balls. I wonder if that's every time it goes around. Anyway, whenever you hit the spinner, this light goes crazy and it blah, 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 blah. And so each time it goes all the way up, you advance 10 yards on the playfield. Now you've got this little target over here. You get 30 yards if you hit that while it's lit up. And this plastic back here will light up if that's so. First goal scores 5,000 points. So if you get all the way down the playfield, when you get to goal, you get 5,000 points. Second goal scores 1 extra ball. That's cool. So basically it'll say shoot again when lit. So whenever you lose your ball, it doesn't take one away from you. Maximum 1 extra ball per ball in play. And the reason they did that is because they didn't have any other way to. They could have made it like an add-a-ball machine, but basically all they did was they just made it where you don't lose your ball. When it goes down, it just turns that light off. Third goal scores 1 replay. That's always fun. Now on one where you own the game, it's not as fun. It's more fun to get extra balls because you can get a higher score. If you get a free game, who cares? It's free anyway. You own the game. Outhole scores double bonus on third ball. So this double bonus when lit lights up. We've got it set up for 3 balls, so that's why it does that. If it's 5 ball, it does double bonus on 3 ball and 5 ball. Tilt penalty is your ball in play. Tilt does not disqualify player. 1 replay for each player matching last 2 numbers on score reels would number which lights on back glass at end of game. So basically, whenever you plunge, you get this shot up here. You can go through these lanes here, and you get 500 points and 5 soccer balls for each one. Now, if one of these is lit up and you go through it, you get 30 yards when lit. And it looks like you would get 500 points, but you don't. We had to look that all up and figure it out with the schematics on the like the ones that are like virtual pinball and things like that online, the electronic versions of this game that people have recoded. They've messed that up. When it goes through the lit one, you get 30 yards, but you also, if you're on 3 ball, you get 3,000 points, which is weird. It's kind of basically doing what this is. See how this target gives you 1,000 points and 10 yards? Well, if you go through one of these when it's lit, you get 30 yards, and you don't get 500 points. You get 3,000 points. If it's on 5 ball, you get 30 yards and 300 points, which is really weird. We thought it didn't make any sense because it says 500. You get 500 if it's not lit up, but if it's lit up, you get 30 yards and 300 points on 5 ball. Looked into schematics. Look it up, people. If you don't believe me, I know it sounds crazy. Look it up. And if you roll over this one over here, that's also 500 points, but you don't get any yardage. So basically the whole game is you're trying to knock down drop targets. You're trying to hit the spinner to make those soccer balls go, which gives you 10 yards at a time. And you're trying to roll through these up here or hit the targets to get yardage. When you get to the end, you get 5,000 points. If you do it the second time, you get an extra ball. So you can rack up a huge bonus. I don't really know how you get the bonus. We'll have to play it a little bit to see how you walk up the bonus ladder. Or I guess it's like that. But I would suppose probably every time you get 10 yards, you probably get 1,000 bonus points too. But we'll see. I don't know. We've also got these 2 little switches here. That's 10 points, and that's 10 points, 10 points, 100 points, 100 points. But you don't get any yardage out of that. So we'll play it a little bit, and you can see how it goes and see what you think. Be back in just a second. Alright folks, we're going to play it a little bit. Now the first thing you'll notice is that the bottom part of the playfield is pretty dark. There's lots of lights up there, but there's hardly any, or there actually is no general illumination down at the bottom. This bulb here and this bulb here are almost halfway up the playfield, and that's the first bulbs down on this end. But your bonus is usually lit up, and your your soccer field is usually lit up. Most pinball machines have a kicker here, and then they can put lights underneath the kickers, but this one doesn't. So let's play it a little bit and you can see what you think. Alright, so it popped us out to the 20-yard line, and like I was saying on the other thing, it's soccer, but it's the exact same game as the football version, which was called quarterback. So if you don't like soccer, you can play it as football. So we'll see what kind of score we can get. Look at that. That's pro move right there, folks. And we did rebuild the, look at that, over and over again at will. We did rebuild the flippers, so they're pretty snazzy on this one. Oh, didn't work. So the little trick on this game, there's a post here with a ring on it. So if the ball is going out the out lane and you hold the flip, it can do it without the flipper up, but if you hold the flipper up, it makes it pretty easy for that ball to bounce back out to your flipper. I got 15,100 on that first ball, not bad. If you know anything about us, we always play on 3-ball, even if it's an old EM. Nice spinner. That spinner gets going. 25,120. Ooh, I lost it. Oh, man. All right, so 29,150. Notice how it only put me out on the 10-yard line. That's because there's a switch somewhere that's a little off. It should have pulsed that twice, and it did it so quick that it didn't. That's part of having an EM. There's always something that's slightly not exactly 100%. Oh man, it's hard to save it on that right one. Oh, horrible. I scissored it. A lot of people hate 4-flipper games because of that. You can, whenever you put up the one flipper, the ball can go through real easy. Nope. Love it. That is so cool. If I can get that last drop target, that's a goal. Oh, I thought I had it. Tough to hit that bottom one. Maybe I can bounce it off of the pop bumpers. I got it! Yeah, see my shoot again when lit. Oh, I saved it on the right too. Oh, man, lost it. But I gotta shoot again. See it? Shoot again when lit. There we go. Put the camera back where it was. So you can see those top rollovers. All right. All right, so I'm at 57,840. First replay is at 65,000, so I may get there. If I get to 65, we'll test and see if that works, because you should hear a knocker. Coming up on it. Oh, I didn't get it. There we go. I did get it. I didn't hear the knocker though. But it worked. So I got 68,790. We'll play one more game, folks. I love how you can save the ball. That's cool. I might have to look at a picture to see if those posts are supposed to be there. I wonder if those are original or somebody added them. I don't like cheating, you know. I'm not a cheater. Ah, horrible. 1,600 points. Can you believe that? Also, I want to hit that spinner a couple more times. There's something satisfying about just nailing one of those spinners and watching those points add up. Horrible. Worst game ever. 8,230 points. We'll play one more. Another thing, that little metal piece right there, the ball just hit that and that. It just those things are bouncy as hell. Sometimes the ball will be coming down and hit that and bounce halfway back up the playfield. Oh, slid it right by me, folks. Slid it right by me. Oh, horrible. All right, we got to do one more. I can't leave on a bad one. That was only 11,500. Yeah, let's get those points. Let's get those points. Slid it right by me. Come on now, come on. We're going to have to do better than that. Where's my spinner shot? Oh, I was robbed. Well, there we go, folks. That is Bally's 1975 kickoff. We think it turned out pretty well. If you've been watching our videos, you probably saw the repair videos that we did on it, where we brought it back to life, and you probably saw the video where we replaced all the pop bumpers because they were all gnarly looking. And then this video too, where we're showing you how it plays. Cool little game. I love the flipper thing. That's pretty neat. It seemed like it worked over and over again too. Very well designed in that regard. A lot of people, whenever they see games like this where they're a little different, you know, where they've got four flippers and they don't have end lanes or the kickers, they're just immediately turned off by it. Oh, the other one's better. Oh, yeah, but, you know, back in the day, they were trying to make things a little different. They'd already done that playfield 400 times, so they were trying to do one that didn't have kickers. Maybe it's not as good as the ones with the kickers, but whatever. Now, by the time you see this video, our Bally kickoff may have kicked off to somebody else's house. We may not even have it for sale anymore. You can always see all the games that we do have for sale on our website. We've got arcade games, jukeboxes, and pinballs on there. Usually several dozen. That's at lionsarcade.com. Go check it out if you're looking to buy one. If you're local, you can stop by and see us. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. And this is sitting right in our showroom, right in the front window. See, streets are dead tonight. So you can stop by and see us. We're open Monday through Saturday. We're closed on Sundays. Now, if you're not local, so you can't make it by, and you don't care to look at the website because you don't want to buy one, but you just like watching these videos, well, that's fine. Subscribe to us here on YouTube, and every time we get something in like this that's interesting, aren't they all? But every time we get something in like this that's interesting, we'll film a little video of it and put it up here on YouTube for our fans. That's you. Now subscribe to us below and make sure to leave us a comment too. Tell us what you think about this game. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Have you played it? Do you remember when it came out? What's the deal? We'll see you on the next video, folks.